So you've seen the title, this is going to be good news, hopefully, but the DJI Mavic 3 Pro is going to be officially announced in less than 2 weeks on November 5th, and thanks to Jasper27 for providing these photos. We've got retail photos today, and then also a extra special version, which has to be true, please be true. It's going to be a Euro version of this DJI Mavic 3 Pro drone. Let's talk about that today. Now, as excited as we all are about this DJI Mavic 3 Pro drone, and let's face it, it's going to be awesome with this spec and technology in this drone. We've been wanting this for years. What's been putting a lot of you guys off, and me, is not only the price, but are we going to be able to fly this where we want to fly it in 2023 onwards? And that was the biggest problem with it having any classification on this drone or not, and it was completely up in the air until now, until these latest rumours. And let's just get straight into this now. So once again, thanks to Jasper, but let's look at this first photo. We can see here on the store registration, it's typed in here DJI Mavic 3, and it says DJI Mavic 3 drone, and then EU. Then you've got the Fly More combo and the Cine Premium combo. We'll talk about the latter two very shortly, but let's just concentrate on this first version. So why this is brilliant, and we'll talk about why also it's not potentially brilliant. But this means that if that drone is less than 900 grams, will fall into that A1 subcategory. And if you've got the A2 CFC course, it means you can't do overflying of uninvolved people. But there are a hell of a lot less restrictions than if it was the A2 subcategory, which means there are certain restrictions on distance. You have to have low speed modes, quite a lot more restrictions. So this is fantastic news for us UK and Euro flyers. But for that drone to be under 900 grams, is going to have to be a significant weight reduction, and that comes to the battery. So the battery, the predicted battery spec time for this drone is going to be around about the 40-minute mark. If that drone battery is smaller, and that's generally how they make the actual weight down, we're going to see a reduction in that battery performance. For me, that's absolutely fine, but what about you guys? It means for sure you're going to have to buy an extra battery, because that battery life may be the 30-minute mark. You won't see 10 minutes, but it's going to come down a bit, and that's usually where they will make this weight saving reduction. So battery life 30 minutes, bring it on, that's fine, as long as we can fly it in all these areas. I'm well happy with that. Let's just hope this is true. I think it is, I think it will be, but I can't see any other restrictions. I can't see restrictions on the OcuSync and the distance and pulling that back. I really can't. It's for you to fly it and for you to stick to the laws in your country. But the restriction of just the battery life, that's where you're going to lose it. But let's look now at the other retail pictures we've got of not only this European drone, but also the Fly More and the Cine Premium model as well. Alright, so now we've discussed the really exciting news. Let's look at the actual retail pictures. So the first one here shows, you can see the drone open here, and then you've got that dual camera setup at the front, so that Hasselblad camera, that's going to be absolutely fantastic, the quality coming out of this. And then we can see the obstacle avoidance sensors. You've got the two on the front here. Now, like the DJI Air 2S, it's only got two at the front. It doesn't have another one pointing directly up. But if you look at the very back on this picture here, it looks to have two position sensors just under those two rear propellers, and those will be the upwards facing sensors. It is expected to have 360 degrees obstacle avoidance, and that is something that I really want. The Air 2S was great, but it didn't have proper sideways tracking. It always flew on like a diagonal because it didn't have sideways sensors. You would also have a slight concern of, is it going to crash into something when it's flying sideways? So to have full 360 degrees protection on that is brilliant, especially for active track. So we can see here the Cine Premium model has on the actual wing here the Cine logo in gold, so that's obviously a way to distinguish it. I can't see from just looking at these pictures is there any other way aside from that gold lettering, but that does look really nice, and it just shows you that you've spent quite a bit of money on this drone, and that will then come with that high-speed data cable, the internal storage, and then the smart controller. Now let's just talk about the Fly More combo, because this could be good and bad depending on which way DJI want to go in this direction. So if we look here what's included, so you're going to get the carry case, the drone, the cover. But let's look at that controller. So the controller there is the exact same controller as this one, which means that DJI could go with two different versions. Is that Euro version and just the standard version? It's just going to be drone only, which means then if you don't own the DJI Mini 2 or DJI Air 2S, you're going to have to move up to buy this fly mode combo to get this controller included, which is a problem because obviously the fly mode combo is going to cost a lot more. It's also great if you already own a Mini 2 or a DJI 2S, you've already got this controller, so you could just pick up the drone only package, which is going to be the cheapest version and the easiest and cheapest way of getting this drone in your hands. But it's certainly a consideration, and it's be really interesting to see, is this base package going to even come with a controller? What else? So the drone fly mode combo is only going to have 2 batteries, which is a bit of a disappointment. These batteries are going to be around about $150, £150, 100% for one of these batteries is not going to be cheap. So to have only 2, you know, 3 would have been a lot better. It's going to have a set of ND filters, also going to have the charging case, on-the-go chargers and set propellers. And then that Cine Premium model, which we've discussed, is going to have the gold lettering on the side, just to show that you've got the best drone, and you know, well done to you. But this is going to be a fantastic drone. But it's also going to have that smart controller 2.0, an extra set of ND filters, 2 batteries. Still, you're paying so much money for this drone with that Cine Premium model, and they're only giving you 2 batteries. Come on, DJI, you could give us 3 batteries, especially that Cine Premium, adding an extra battery. So it is certainly exciting news. What about price? So we still don't know concrete answers on price, and this is another huge concern. Latest rumours suggest that the base model, that standard package, we don't know whether that's going to come with a controller or not, is going to be €2,100 for that base one, €2,700 for the Fly More, and then €4,700 for that Cine model. Don't forget, the Cine Premium model comes with that smart controller, which is going to be €700-800 for just that controller alone. That's why it comes with that such a hefty price tag, along with the fact that you've got the 1 terabyte of storage included, that high-speed data cable, and let's not forget that gold etching on the side. So price point is still an expensive drone, but now there's the chance of having this Euro version. This obviously is going to bring this into a lot more European and UK hands, isn't it? Would you now consider rebuying this once you give it the wide berth, thinking I'm not going to fly this? Now you know that this European version is hopefully coming out. What I would like to see in the near few weeks or days would be the answers of, is this just going to be a European version of just the one version? Are we going to be able to get a European version of the Fly More combo? Are we going to be able to get a European version of that Cine Premium version as well? Or is it just going to be, you can have the drone only, this is just made for you lot, and you can have that, and if you want the Fly More combo or the Premium combo, this is just for everybody else in the world? And that'd be quite disappointing, but it'd be interesting to see. Well, let me know, guys. I hope you enjoyed that video. Quick video there for you today, keeping you updated. Thanks again to Jasper for these photos, and see you all soon. Bye bye.